I think, we've got real religion now at the top levels of News Corp around relating to consumers directly. And what I mean by that is, if you think about it, the media business as a whole has been a wholesale business. We wholesale cable networks to MSOs. We wholesale films to theaters or DVDs to Walmart. We wholesale typically papers to newsstands. We wholesale books to the book trade. The movie business has been a wholesale business. It may make consumer products, but the business model is wholesale. It has been a B2B model. In this world, in this digital world that's emerging, the power is in B2C platforms. And the reason I say that is the scale of those platforms are unprecedented, right? If you look at Apple and Amazon and Facebook and Google, platforms that have huge customer engagement, user engagement, hundreds of millions of cards on file, talk in the billions of users. When we met with Google last week, they were sitting there going, when we have 3 to 4 billion users, then we'll do it this way. And they mean it, right? Because that's how they're thinking and that's how they're playing. These platforms have unprecedented scale because they have an unprecedented power because of how the scale of their direct consumer contact. So I think the other sort of biggest thing for the media industry generally, and the biggest thing we're kind of working on, is how do we become also in the B2C business? It means how do you directly relate to consumers? How do you know something about them? How do you interact with them? How do you cross-sell? How do you promote in a world where maybe channels and networks don't look like what they do today? So all those things come from having scale. The ability to do that comes from having scale with direct consumer contact, which is both a mindset change. It's a budgetary change to your question for infrastructure, which we've been building, which I'm very pleased about. And it is really a different way of thinking of your business model. And I think unless media companies, at least the big ones, if they don't have that to go alongside the existing model, you need both, I think are very disadvantaged going forward. So that I think is sort of on a longer arc, the biggest of all.